YouTube, welcome to Wake Up and Makeup Monday. Excuse this little mess on my face today. I don't know why I had a breakout. I think it might be from wearing a mask. Anyway, I already applied this. I should have showed it on camera, but it's the Icy Sherbet primer. I've mentioned it in a couple of videos, and it's a great little primer. And I just use that. Just take a little bit of it. It's so cool looking too. Put it on your face, and it acts as like a primer and a moisturizer. I'm going to use, because I do have a little bit of self-tanner on today, which is actually why I think these are so red, because I think the tanner got on them. But anyway, we're going to use my Shiseido Skin Radiant Lifting Foundation, because this is going to get darker as the day goes on. We're going to cover those bad boys up. They're pretty much like healing now, but that was I put too much on. I have a newly wet sponge, and I think I got a little much, but I love this foundation so much. I'm getting ready to go to the store. Robert, for some reason, doesn't want to go alone, and he wants to go pick up like breakfast food. He's hungry, so we don't have a lot in the house right now. I told him I want something sweet, so I guess if I go, I can get my whatever I want that's sweet. All right, look at how quick and easy that was. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so I'm going to use the Shiseido concealer as well. It's a great concealer. I always get dark there, and then here. Oops, up my nose. That is not where I want that. Anyhow, but this area, I want to brighten it, because, you know, your smile lines, they just tend to get a little darker. I don't want dark. And I put too much of everything on today because I'm in a hurry, because he's like, how long is it going to take you to get ready? And I tell him 30 minutes. But I woke up early specifically to get this done. All right, we are using something new today. This is the Kaja. It's like a blush, a highlight, and a cream bronzer. The blush and highlight are not cream, but the bronzer is. And what's it called? Cloud Latte Play Bento. And I'm just gonna sort of put it on first. I'll show you. It's really nice. It's a nice, like, creamy consistency. It's really easy to use. And then I'm gonna take this other side, and we're going to bounce it in. See, look how nice that looks. Just to give you a little bit of a sun-kissed glow. The bigger your forehead, the more bronzer you want to use. Just it kind of brings it down a little bit. But you do what you want. Stuff I share with you is always just a suggestion, guys. It's never you have to do it. I don't want to worry too much about the fact that that came up there, because we're going to be obviously putting blush on. So we're not going to worry. I am going to put this down here. This helps chisel your chin and give you more of, like if you have a double chin, it kind of helps just trick the eye a little bit. So whatever, we'll get all the help we could get. I don't want people looking at my chin, because my chin, A, it's getting double, and B, it's getting like a little wrinkly recently. All right, so there's that. All right, well, I guess we'll go ahead and get the blush on. I'll use the blush in here. We'll just try this whole thing out. I was just watching Marnie Goldberg, and she was talking about, you know, having a thin face, and a brush that she used that was really, it was a Flower Beauty brush, I think. It was about the size of this one. I wonder if this would work better for me, to try to keep the blush, when you've got like a thinner face, to keep it up so you're lifting it and not going all over your face. This applies a lot more. I'm gonna have to use this one just because I already started and the other side's so dark. All right, well, it matters what brushes you use for sure. And one thing you can always do if you do get it everywhere that you don't want your blush is just take your beauty blender and just go in and bounce and kind of clean it up that way. So Put a little on your nose if you want. All right, so for the highlighter in here, it's a pretty highlighter, but it's a little bit, I don't know what the word is. Like when I tried to put it on with my hand, I found it a little chalky. It's definitely better with a brush for better coverage. See, it's a pretty shade. It's like, it's really nice color in here. This little guy thing too is like so perfect for a travel because you got your blush, your bronzer, and your highlight all in one, and that's a lot less than you have to carry and pack up. So this is fabulous. It gets the job done. It gets the job done, you know? So, and you can put a little, you know, in other places. I don't typically do it up there because I got wrinkles, so. But if you're lucky and you're aging more gracefully than I am, you don't have all these forehead wrinkles, and you probably can highlight that area. All right, my friends. Now, what we're gonna use this brown liner today, which I'm gonna go ahead and just get that on the bottom line first. This was the dose of colors that came in the Boxycharm, and I'm gonna put it, let me bring you guys in for the eyes. I'm gonna put it on my lower lash line, and then I am going to use the Iconic palette today, not the Natasha Denona, because I think that not everybody got the Natasha Denona, and probably everybody got the Iconic Linden. So I figured that would be a good one. That way, if you have this stuff, you can use it and just go right along with me. So it's hard for me to do this on camera. I never can quite get this the way I want it when I'm doing it on camera because I got to pull my eye down to do it. So yeah, this is almost like a red brown. It's pretty intense. So, but this color does make blue eyes pop. And I think once we add the all the rest of the stuff on it, it's gonna look good. But right now it looks weird. It's kind of funny right now. I'll probably put it on the top too. We'll see how it does on top. I don't know if it's gonna stay or smudge. That's what I'm worried about. So let's get into this. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way so we can see what we have here. And I got my switch so I can get color makeup off of it. All right, so I'm gonna go with the probably mauve shades today. So I'm gonna go with this Summer Lovin' is a base shade, and this is just sort of like a peachy nude. I don't know if it's gonna show up. Little bit. I think you can see it. It's a good base shade. It's a good, like, I guess it's a good like transition shade. It's a little pinky. If you're lighter than me, you might have better luck with this shade. This is called Summer Lovin'. I mean, it's a pretty like nice and like simple shade if you want something really simple on your eyes and you don't want to do much, or you're afraid of eyeshadow, then you really might love this color. All right, keeping in with the same thing here, I'm going to go into tan lines down here and put that in a crease. And I didn't even switch brushes or clean off the brush. I'm just going to go in, deepen that up a little bit. I got some fallout. That's why you should do your eyes first before you do all your face. You can just usually brush that away. There's a plum shade I might use to darken up the corners a little bit. So again, this is called Tan Lines. Yeah, it definitely gives you fallout. It's light powdery fallout though, so it's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a smaller brush, and we're gonna go into this color called After Party, which is quite a bit darker. It's a plum shade. So we've been using kind of like pinky peaches, and now we're using a little bit of a plum shade, and we are going to get in here and see if we can't darken this up a bit. Come on, plum shade. It's being a little bit, it's actually quite soft. And again, I have a lot of fallout. Push that into the crease. That fallout might make a mess because it's dark. Flick it off. So you could see the difference with adding this plum shade. It's just not real dark, which is kind of nice. But the fallout on the shade's terrible. It's all over my face. Can you see that? Oh my goodness. It's awful. I'm going to take that first shade that we use, that Summer Lovin' shade, and just kind of go over the edges here where this plum came up a little too high. Tam it down a little bit. I'm not sure how I feel about this plum shade. It's like not exactly doing what I wanted it to do. There is a darker shade in here. I'm gonna keep going with it and we'll just see what we get, what it turns out to be. It turns out to be. And there's like a spot it won't cover right here. Like it, okay, I can't use the shade anymore. You can see what's happening to it. So that's Summer Lovin', or no, excuse me, that's After Party, the plum shade. I am gonna go in with my hand and use a Bees and Nights right here on the half of the lid. Okay, that's also a different shade than I thought, and it doesn't have much shimmer in it, which is disappointing. I was hoping it would have, and it fell out all over my face again, man. Okay, so if you use this palette, guys, make sure you do your makeup first, okay? Because even for my hand, it's falling everywhere. I'm not sure about this palette, friends. Hopefully when we're done, we have a nice eye look that we come up with. I'm going to use the color Seashells on the inner corner. I'm going to try using a flat brush and see if that does better with this Seashell shade. It's like a pretty shade, so, and it's definitely more of an icier shade, like a, these are very, very low-key, these metallics. They're like not, they're not very metallic at all. I wonder if I wet this, if I get a little bit more payout. Let's try that. It's just sort of giving me, like, I feel like it's giving me a matte look, but it does have a shimmer. You can see it has a shimmer, it's just barely there. So I'm gonna go in with it wet and see if that fixes any of it. All right, that definitely does amp up the color, for sure. Yeah, that's better. Do that wet, do the Seashell shade wet if you want more of a shimmer shade. Just they're kind of chalky and not real blendable. They're definitely not Natasha Denona colors for sure. Now I lost that middle color that I used. All right, well, we're getting somewhere. It's just gonna have to be what it is, my friends, because this is just the best it's gonna be. So, all right, so for the bottom, I'm gonna go under, I'm gonna start with Tan Lines, which was that pretty kind of peachy shade we used, and we're gonna start with this and go all the way under the eye. And I hope this look pulls together. I think it will. I would not say that this is a beginner-friendly palette because it's just kind of messy. So I'm going to use the shade All Nighter, which is a dark plum right here, and I'm going to smoke it on the outside edges. That's nice. That's nice. I'm gonna do that up top a little here. That's kind of what I was hoping that other plum shade would do, but it didn't have enough oomph, and this just dropped all over my cheek. Oops. I always drop stuff when I'm doing these videos because I got so much stuff in front of me. So. Now I feel like the color I chose doesn't really work anymore. The liner I chose, that's not maybe the best choice of liners. It also looks like it came off already. Look at that. So let's try. I'm going to use you guys as a, like it didn't stay on. Why didn't you stay on, liner? It's not going to stay on my eyes. I'm going to end up having to use black. That is super disappointing. That's super disappointing. All right, well, I'll have to use black. I use my trusty Stila. Stila likes me. Stila stays on. I'm almost out of this Stila. I need to get a new one. Yeah, Stila works. I'm just blending that purple in. Okay, so all I have to do is just my eyeliner on the top and lashes, and I'm going to do the eyeliner off camera, but I am going to use a different mascara. Okay, so this is the Koosh Waterproof Mascara by Milk Makeup. I don't think I've tried it before, so we're going to see how it do. And I'm not going to put, I got a mess right there. I'm not going to put falsies on today because I'm just going to go out like is today. This is really hard to do using the camera too. I might have to not do this on camera. I'm making a little bit of a mess and I gotta fix that spot. Okay, jury's out on that. It was the first time I used it. It was a little clumpy, so I'm not sure if we're going to like that or not. And now I have to find what lipstick I'm going to wear and lip liner and all that jazz. So I think I'm going to use a darker lip liner like this one. I can open it. Sometimes what I'll do is a darker lip liner and then I'll add lip gloss. And I like sometimes just the way lip gloss and liner works. I don't know if any of you guys do that, but that's what I think I might do today. So this is a darker, like redder color. Kind of like a red pink. And it's a traditional pencil. It's Saint Lux. I think these came also in a Boxycharm at one point. I'm going over, a little bit over, making my lips as big as I can, where it's not looking like fake. All right. Well, that pretty ombre it created. That's pretty. That's a pretty shade. All right, I'm gonna take this pinky peachy ColourPop. I've used this before, Fresco, and it's not, unfortunately, not available, so I can't link it for you. I can link a different one up there though from ColourPop that looks close. We're just using it not for the color of it anyway, for the gloss. I like ColourPop's gloss. There, guys. Okay, so that's the look. Minus, obviously, my hair is still wet. So, but that gives you an idea. We got to use the Iconic London. I think overall the look ended up coming out soft and pretty, even with having to add black instead of using the brown. And I really like how lips came out. Loved using this for the cheek. I think this pulled together the cheeks really, really nicely. I think it looks good. So I feel fresh today. I feel fresh and pretty. So I hope you guys like this quick look, and I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, and welcome to Wake Up and Makeup Monday. Every single Monday, we will use new products. We'll play with old products, what we have, and we will create new looks. And most of them are beginner friendly. This one wasn't, I don't think. The lips and the cheeks and all were, but the eye look was a little bit more, it took a little working to get it to look good. Overall though, when I look at the end result of it, everything at the end looks really pretty together. So actually, I forgot to spray. Let's set this baby. We don't want this all over the place, do we? All right, guys, so, and I actually didn't powder either, so I don't know if I'm going to. I might powder, we'll see. All right, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys.